12 volts, and then the current limit is at 1 amp, but it should only be drawing around 0.3. When we turn this on, the motor controller should have a green light on continuously, and then the other light that should flick on immediately. Awesome. So that happened, and now we're going to be setting up the Profinity software. So we're going to be adding a device here. Let's start with the Prohelion virtual CAN to Ethernet bridge. Go ahead and add that, and then once you add that, there should be this portion right here where it says connected one adapter. Click on it, and then you should automatically see that there's pecan showing up, and then also tritium. So pecan is the CAN adapter we're using. Make sure you use this if it came with your package. If you ordered your Profinity with accessories, because the alternative to this that we were using was UART, and it didn't work. It dropped a lot of packages. So yeah, go ahead and click on pecan, add to profile, yes. And then yeah, you have these green dots, which mean that it's connected. Then the other thing you want to add is the WaveSculptor22. Go ahead and add that as well. So now you have everything added. So the three things you should have is the Profinity virtual CAN adapter and hub, the Peak Systems User adapter, which is the CAN adapter, and then finally the WaveSculptor22. All of them should have these green LED, well, not LEDs, these green circles next to them, meaning that they're connected. So the first thing what you should do when you receive a new motor controller is immediately go into, sorry, I'm gonna go slower, right click on it, then go into setup and config, then go to tools, go to configuration, and we're going to be loading the factory file onto our laptop. So what you're going to do now is go to file and then save to PC. So yeah, this just saves the factory file in case anything is corrupted. You just want to have this factory file with you at all times. I have it saved, so I'm not going to save it. And I'm just going to show you now how to like fix the parameters here for benchtop testing, which is what we're going to be doing now. This is okay. For vehicle mass, change it to 30. For WaveSculptor CAN ID, change it to whatever you're using. For right now, we'll be using 240. And then also for CAN baud rate, we're going to be using 125 kilobits per second. And then for our number of pole pairs, this is important. Instead of 20, we're going to be using 18. We're using the Mitsuba 2096 Generation 3. Which has 18 pole pairs. And that is it. So we're gonna now to a transfer, and we're gonna save to the WaveSculptor. So that's just gonna ask you if you want to override the config, which yes, we want to override the config. To make sure that it actually flashed on correct. Actually, now what we're gonna see is that everything closes out. That's because we changed the base address to from 400 to 240, and then our Prohelion virtual, or our Peak Systems USB adapter, we changed the baud rate from 500 to 125K. Now, as you can see, everything turned green again, all good. We're gonna go to setup and config. So that should tell you that the config file was successfully flashed on, because we had to change these two things that we changed in the config file. But just for good measure, we're going to load from WaveSculptor anyways, make sure the parameters that we changed has in fact been changed. But again, having these changes show up and you know, us having to fix this should mean that it's good. So yeah, everything looks fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run Phaser Sense. So for this part, we want to have our high voltage power supply on. And by high voltage, really what we mean is have it set to 24 volts. So I'm going to turn the high voltage power supply on now. And right now it's at 12 volts. The current limit is at 1 amp. I'm going to slowly turn it up to 24 volts because that's what the documentation tells us to do. And another really useful thing to see, let me X out of here. You can double click on WaveSculptor22, go to WaveSculptor dashboard, and then here you should be also able to see the bus voltage, which is 23.9, on there 24, around the same. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna be running phasor sense now, which is to be able to figure out the Hall sensor inputs. So what you want to do is you want to start by spinning the motor controller, not the motor controller, the wheel itself, and then keep it spinning at a consistent speed. Now you're gonna hit phase acquire. So you want to be able, you want to be spinning it while hitting phase acquire, and you can stop spinning it. I'm gonna move this aside. This is what it should look like. It should tell you that it's successful. If it's not successful, keep going, keep doing it again. And make sure to click on one of these. And this is gonna usually be 0. You can save up to 10 different configurations for the motor. But yeah, we're gonna use 0 for right now because that's the changes we made to initially for our config file. We're gonna hit OK. It's going to ask if you want to override the config. Yes again. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run param extract. This is like the second portion to making sure our motor can run. All you need to do is hit extract param and then see what this looks like. So this is not what we want because the acquired and best fit do not line up. You want to keep going until these line up, they're like on top of each other. So we want the best fit to be our acquired. And you keep going until the motor stops moving. And you should be able to hear it stop. But right now, as I keep going, you'll be able to see that it's actually not lining up. So what I'm gonna do is force it to go to like a different place and then hit extract param again. Cancel, see if they line up eventually now. And if it doesn't, I'm just gonna try it again. Okay, they're lining up. Do it one more time, and it looks like they're lined up. This is perfect. So now what we're gonna do is click on 0 again because that's where we're saving it to. Okay, it's gonna overwrite to config. Yes. Awesome. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna just see if the motor can run. We're gonna go to controls. We're gonna go to tools, controls. Now this is very important because we don't want to regen. We want to set the velocity RPM to the max, and then slowly, you can either hit U or hit this up arrow key. And then when you want it to like die, just hit 0 here. So I'm gonna, you're gonna hear a sound, a whirring sound, and that means it's trying to ramp up. So let's see if that works. We're hearing the sound. You can point it to, and it runs. Awesome. So a couple of things on the dashboard you're going to be able to see is the bus power and then also the velocity right here. You're also going to be able to see all this additional data. Whenever you want to zero it out, you can just zero it out. It's going to stop. And that's all there is to it. Just make sure you go back to tools, config, and then save this to PC as your benchtop test. So name it benchtop test, and that's it.